Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome to Rudesheim on the Rhine, my friends. We are on AMA Waterways on the Rhine River, and we have stopped at Rudesheim, and we are taking the little choo-choo train over to a lovely wine tasting, which I'm so excited to show you. Here we are at the wine tasting. And afterwards, stick around because we are going up on the gondola ride over the grape vineyard. So I'm so excited. Thanks for joining me today, and let's have a wine tasting.
Wine, and then they're producing those like big brands, like for example the Fraumilch, Black Tower, Blue Nun, and I always compare those big brands to, for example, a bottle of Coca-Cola, because you know when you buy a bottle of Coke, you know Coca-Cola. You do a wine tasting, the wine is probably the most important thing. So wine number one, which we all have, I see maybe already had inside of our classes, so I have to hurry up maybe a little bit. It's actually a dry Riesling. And the grape variety Riesling is the main grape variety here for our region. I think this is now very easy for you. It's called Blauer Spätburgunder. Yes? Okay.
That's what I would call it.
Very easy, just say yes. So again, der Blaue Spätburgunder is our red grape variety. And I would say it's probably better known in French. It's Pinot Noir. Yeah. So nearly everybody knows Pinot Noir, nobody knows Blauer Spätburgunder, so let's just talk about Pinot Noir. And we have actually two different styles of Pinot. One is the real Pinot, yeah, and then of course we also have like a rosé or like a blush. The Pinot Noirs, they won't be in our regular tasting today, so today only 3 white wines. But of course you don't have to worry, you're on a vacation, so if you like you can come after the tasting to the bar and sample also our rosé and the red, and then I would say after 45 minutes, 3 regular wines plus maybe some extras. This is maybe your perfect start to your Saturday vacation day, yeah, or evening maybe already. So if you like to sample them, it's of course no problem. Just come after the bar to this after the tasting to the bar, and let's say sample nearly everything, yeah. And then it ends the growing season when we harvested the grapes. So from, let's say, what have we this year is early. Beginning of April, end of October. Wow. Yeah.
No, I think it's fine.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. It's almost
I see that.
we're all friends.
Jump on in here.
Wait till you try to take my beer. And, this guy, man, I don't think
I thought you were pretty good.
I guess my cousin. Get something to put in your soup. I mean, give you a 2-banger that's
And I think very easy for you again. It's called Ehrenfelser. Yeah. Just say yes again. And I'm sorry for the Ehrenfelser, there is no translation like Blauer Spätburgunder, Pinot Noir. It's just the Ehrenfelser. So yeah, I try to explain it now, describe it a little bit for you now. So the Ehrenfelser, wine number 2, is now, let's say, like a very old grape variety from Germany. So it's not so well known, actually it's only known in Germany. And we also only have like 1 small field left. To this sweet grape juice, we add now some yeast. And the yeast is now fermenting the sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide. And for a dry wine, like for example, wine number 1, the dry Riesling, we let nearly the complete amount of sugar ferment into alcohol, which means we have a higher alcohol content, a lower sugar content, so the taste of the wine is now dry. And now for example, for the second wine, for the off-dry Ehrenfelser, yeah, we stopped our fermentation earlier, so we kept a little bit more of the natural sugar inside of our wine. And sometimes there's the question, how do we do this? Because I think it's clear that we have to manage this in a certain way. And yeah, today we have some like special stainless steel barrels with a big cooling system inside. And now when we as the winemaker thinks the wine tastes not good as it is during the fermentation process, we turn on the cooling, we cool down our wine to approximately 6 to 8 degrees Celsius. And I think this is something like around 40 Fahrenheit. You can compare this temperature always to the temperature in the fridge because, you know, the temperature is too cold for the yeast. And when it's too cold for the yeast is stopping the fermentation. And when the yeast is stopping the fermentation, the yeast is also like slowly dying. And then due to the gravity and due to some time, the yeast is like slowly sedimenting to the bottom of our barrel. And probably some of you already have heard about ice wine before. So ice wine, let's start in this way. This is one bottle of our ice wine, and my father always jokes that an ice wine has a golden color, a golden taste, but unfortunately also a golden price. So now we're with the prices again. So for this small bottle of wine we charge 100 euros, which is something, I know, but I always try to explain to my guests why it's something so special, yeah? So at first, we have a very high risk when we want to produce an ice wine because you have to imagine the name ice wine in Germany, it's protected by law, and we have to pick the grapes when they are frozen with at least minus 7 degrees Celsius. In Fahrenheit, I think this is something like below 19 Fahrenheit. I know for Canadians, I know for some of the Americans this is maybe not so much, but for our region, you can believe me, this is a strong frost. And the problem is now we have to make the decision ice wine yes or no, not when the frost is there, we have to make the decision ice wine yes in our regular picking season. So in the middle of September, middle of October, and then we have to like wait and wait and wait, and this is like gambling with the weather. Could be better or worse than Las Vegas actually. So if it's cold enough, everybody's happy, you can harvest your grapes, or everything is good. If it's not so cold enough, even if it's only like minus 6.5, nobody is happy because you can't harvest your grapes. And then the problem is the only thing what we have is like a very expensive fertilizer for our fields because we can't use the grapes anymore for anything else. So this is actually the first reason, the high risk. The second reason is now, when we make the decision ice wine yes, we have to prepare our fields a little bit, which means we have to take every single leaf away from the grape because again, the leaves, let's say the grapes, the leaves around, this always means that the humidity stays longer inside. More humidity means rotten grapes, and we don't want to have like vinegar rotten grapes instead of our wine. So we take the leaves away and then we protect them with some like big plastic bags. They look like big plastic bags. Protect the grapes against wind, rain, animals, and of course also humans. Because you have to imagine if you would come back, for example, in October, the whole hill would be picked and there's maybe only one field left. The leaves are away and only the pure fruit is hanging there and it shines like a diamond above the whole hill. And everybody, of course also me, is like, okay, let me sample those grapes. So we have to protect them, which is a lot more of manual labor, and this is actually the second reason. Good side of the river, bad side of the river, but unfortunately, to be honest, not everything is so bad on the other side of the river. They also have some good wineries, of course. And now since some years we have like a cooperation with a winery from the other side, yes. And they, we are also selling their ice wine because actually ice wine was founded on the other side of the river, to be honest, especially in the city. And so we also have like a wine from the other side where it was founded. It's a little bit cheaper because it's not a Riesling grape, it's a Silvaner grape, also a German grape. It's only like 70 euros per bottle, just so that you know. The label, because it's crazy German, you can at least have a look on the alcohol content. And if you see it's like, let's say like 9 point something or maybe even lower.
Good for her.
It's a woman driver, but she's the only.
But then everything is closed, so there's no need. But if you want to walk with ships, it's just very easy. It's 2 streets. This is the upper street, and then the right. between, it's all lanes. And you can take every lane, but this is the most thrilling on the right hand side, the Dorfgasse.
Hey Ali, there. You want something?
And this is walking until you get to the Rhine Street and then to the left. And your ship still. And I had a break and I drove home, but I came back on my bike because I needed it.
Yellow flowers are weeds. Huh? Oh, it's so much nicer this time, isn't it?
It's very pretty. There's your view right there.
Very beautiful. So we get off at the top and walk to the monument and have her tour.
That's what you want to do. I ain't walking, I'm just sitting right there. You still got to get the weeds out of the rows with the lines, actually.
So the choo-choo train comes up here. That's it going down. I guess it's coming up.
So you got a ferry here. I'd almost have to. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do if they don't get any rain.
We were
Probably gonna go down there and do some shopping, so get
Feels
There's a train down there. You see the ship?
yes, yes, the one closest to us. And the bells are beautiful. I'm now hearing them better.
Noch nicht, wir sitzen noch in der Gondel. Du musst da ewig anstehen.
This is actually pretty at night. Look at this. The kids love these things, don't they?
Yeah.
And to read. It seems a little early, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See the tulips?
No. Yes. No. Yes. Ah.